Hi, this is Dr. Shweta, and today we are going to talk on the topic phonics. Is it a necessity or it's just an overhype? So, to begin with, let's know what phonics is with an unbiased mind. So, phonics is basically teaching reading and writing to our children by understanding the sounds of every alphabet, every letter that they are dealing with. So I received a lot of queries on the subject, and let me try answering as many I can. So the first question and most frequently asked question was, we never had phonics when we were children, so why do these children need to know about all this? Well, I don't think there is any comparison in a scenario which existed then to a scenario which is now. Everything has changed, everything has evolved, be it any segment, so even education for that matter. So phonics is just a tool which has come up in a big way in all the schools now in India, and it's a tool which is helping children read better. And it is really helping them because if I have to introduce cat to a child, three simple letters, C-A-T, but telling them why C-A-T makes cat is so difficult because C-A-T, none of it sounds like a cat. So how many words will you ask them to learn so that they know their word formation? The much simpler way is, this is the sound k, this is a, this is t, and this is cat. So this is why phonics is essential, and it is a wonderful tool that children nowadays are using. So I don't think there is any point comparing it, why we didn't have it then and why we have it now. Everything's just changed. The second question is, does phonic really help them become better readers? Well, reading is a combination of lot of things. Phonics is just a part of it. Reading depends upon, the fluency of reading depends upon how much a child is practicing, what is the environment of the house, how much is he inclined towards, how much love he has towards picking up books, how much he or she is exposed to the variety of text, and how much common sense they're using while relating to the text that they're reading and understanding it. So reading is a combination of a lot of things, and phonics is just a part of it. So believing that your child has the entire knowledge of phonics but is not practicing reading, but is not using the other pillars that make your reading strong, then phonics will not be as helpful. So everything has to happen together. Because if I see that we have changed, we have evolved with our education system, we have introduced tools like phonics, but still very few children really fall in love with reading nowadays. Very few children wish to go and visit a bookstore. Libraries are almost extinct. Then how are these tools really helping us raise better readers? There is surely some problem somewhere. The circle is not complete yet, as a result of which we are not able to raise fluent readers just on the basis of phonics. Phonics is definitely helpful in the initial years, but if you're introducing your child to reading, then purely based on phonics, reading cannot happen purely based on phonics. Because if a child is reading sentences and he or she is reading it like this, a simple sentence like cat is fat, and he or she reads it like k-a-t is a f-a-t, by the time they finish up the sentence, they are unable to decode the language and make sense to the whole sentence. They're unable to comprehend what they have read. So that's when a basic common sense comes in, that what I have read is cat is fat. So it is very essential that when we introduce phonics to children, we also introduce read alouds to them simultaneously, which means that we as a teacher, as a parent, as a caretaker, we are reading a lot to the child. We are picking up storybooks, we are reading to them. As a result, they are able to place this knowledge of phonics into the text by seeing it repeatedly. The next question was, why Jolly Phonics is so popular? Well, Jolly Phonics is another way of learning phonics, and because it's very interactive, it has a lot of audio visuals, they use a lot of rhymes, and they engage children through games and activities. So it's become a very popular way of teaching phonics to children. And it's a good method. So, and it begins at an early age. So children are picking up well because of the concept. One mom has asked that C and K have same sounds. It's so confusing. Wasn't it much simpler in our times when there were no rules to reading and we were just reading? So, agreed, yes, it was much simpler when we were just reading and there were no rules to it. Because at times, too many rules to anything prevents us from achieving the final goal that we wish to achieve. Now, what happens in all this when there are too many rules to learning a language? Children get bored by the whole theoretical knowledge of it, that before they even find the magic that happens in books, they kind of give up. And the love for reading really never happens. So we have to balance it out, and we have to understand that we are not overdoing with our theoretical knowledge. Side by side, we're also letting them have fun and finding the magic in the books. So because of which I said that it is very essential to simultaneously introduce them to read alouds so that they know what world exists in the books, and then learning phonics simultaneously. So as a parent, as a reading expert, and as someone who has made thousands of children fall in love with books, I would suggest that what works best are read alouds. Reading stories to children from books, it excites them. They look forward to it, they bond with books, and repeating the same books again and again, that helps them understanding and reading independently eventually. So reading gets better with practice. It gets better when they're exposed to more and more text with more and more authors, and when they're aware of things, they have better common senses developed, they're able to understand what they're reading. So reading is again a combination of lot of things, as I said. So to conclude, I would say that phonics is a great tool to connect sounds, to connect to text, and to read better initially. But to read books fluently and comprehend and understand what they have read, it requires a lot of excitement, a lot of encouragement. There has to be this sense of accomplishment that, oh, we can finish a book. And there has to be lots and lots of practice. So I hope that helps you. Anything else, you can write back to me at Storyteller Shweta, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Take care. Happy reading. Bye-bye.